Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kendra. For anyone that doesn't know me, friends and family, thanks for watching this video. Today I wanted to do my first video and we're going to be doing a question and answer video. So bear with me, first video, still learning the ins and outs of YouTube editing. The editing might be complete trash on this video, but let's hope that it's not. So first question is, how did you get into fitness? So from the very beginning, when I was 2.5, my parents put me in parent and taught gymnastics, really young, and basically just kept going with it. So every year or so they would do testing, and if they thought that you were a good candidate to go into recreational and then competitive, you would have to go through the testing process. I don't know when I went into recreational, probably like 3, closer to 3, 4, I would assume. And for competitive, I got tested for competitive when I was 6, started doing like demo competitions when I was 6, and then actually started competing when I was 8. So gymnastics is basically the way that I got into fitness. I quit when I was 12 or 13, when I was going into grade 9. Just because it was becoming way too much. I was training 20 hours a week. In elementary school, I'd have to leave the day partway through on some days, go do 4 hours of training, and then go home at 9 o'clock, do my homework, go to bed. So the lifestyle was very busy, but I did enjoy it for years of recreational all the way to competitive. And then after that, I started working out at the YMCA. I was able to start working out in the weight room when I was 13 because I had the strong background, and the guy that my mom knew that did the orientation of the weight room, he knew me, he knew I was legit. So he let me start working out when I was 13, and then after that I just kept going with it. So I went through recreational or like house league sports, varsity sports with school, and then I really got into weightlifting probably 4 years ago, but within the last 2 years I've really changed how I work out. The second question that ties into that is, do you still do gymnastics? So I don't still do it. I was still doing it after I quit. I was doing just like a drop-in adult-only class with my cousin, and then when she left for Alberta 8 years ago, I never did it again. And there's not really a lot of classes that allow experienced ex-athletes to train. It's more so the adults that want to learn like the very basic stuff. So I don't still do it. I will still kind of play around at home when I feel like it, mostly just handstands and stuff, unless the odd group of people egg me on to go do some flips, I'll go do some flips. I kind of mentioned this question. Somebody asked, what age did you start working out? So again, I started working out when I was 13. That was literally just going to the gym with my mom, doing some weights. I had no idea what I was doing, no structure to my workout. I obviously knew, how to kind of do the exercises from being trained or taught by my mom. But other than that, I really didn't have any structure to it or any like specific goals. I was just trying to stay active. When I went to university, through the 4 years, my roommate and I would always go to the gym. We started doing these like fun different workouts. We did add-on workouts, did random training together, but I had not a ton of structure. The structure in my workouts probably started maybe to pop up within the last 2 years. Like I said, I really changed how I lift, how I train, how I eat, and how I rest my body within the last 2 years. Hopefully answers that question. What is your favorite exercise at the gym? Ooh, this is a hard one. I think right now I would have to say hip thrusts because one, they make me feel so strong. I can lift almost double my body weight, which is absolutely insane. And then I don't know if there's another one. I love hip thrusts. Maybe shoulder press if I'm trying to think of a different area of the body, but I also like deadlifts. So I don't know. Hip thrusts take number 1, deadlifts, shoulder press kind of take number 2, 3 maybe. We'll just say that. Okay, next question. What do you feel has come the farthest since you started working out? At this point, I'm gonna say 2 things. One sort of emotionally, mentally, the other one physically. The first one on like the motivational, emotional side is going to be my confidence. I've always been relatively confident in the gym just because of my gymnastics background, but I never used to have that structure like I said, and I never really liked to work out around like a bunch of guys, mostly because when I was younger you'd get those like creepy dudes, creepy dads, creepy old men trying to hit on you. But I think that is probably one of the biggest things is my confidence in the gym. Just because now I can literally go and do whatever I want, wherever I want, around whoever, and I don't feel afraid, I don't feel uncomfortable, I don't feel nervous. I literally just do my own workout, mind my own business, and just get it done. So that's probably one of the biggest things. Physically, my butt. Literally, when I did gymnastics, I was never one of those girls that was like really petite and had like a huge butt from the workouts and stuff we had to do in the training. My butt was like pretty flat, and I didn't really notice because I didn't really ever compare to other people when I was younger. But now when I look at myself, like I look back at some pictures that I still have, the amount of progress that I've made for my glutes to this day is huge, especially within the last 2 years. Like I said, changed all my structure and how I'm working out, started lifting heavy compared to what I used to be doing, and I've really noticed a big change. So definitely happy with that. We're gonna keep that going and see if we can get more progress over the next year or two. But physically wise, definitely my glutes, absolutely. Next question is, what's your biggest piece of advice for beginners or intermediates entering the fitness world? Okay, so this kind of ties into my last question. I would say that my biggest piece of advice is don't focus on the scale, number one, and do what you feel comfortable. So again, sort of that confidence side of things. With the scale, I'm going to talk about the scale in another video because I hate focusing on the number on the scale. There's so many different factors that contribute to it. And if you're staying the same, if you're going up when you're doing more training, it doesn't make sense to a lot of people. But yeah, don't focus on the number on the scale and do what you feel comfortable with. You know, if you want to try something new, try something new. You don't necessarily have to do it at the gym in front of a ton of people. If it's body weight, or there's like a women's only section or a small area that you can go to, just try it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You can always keep trying, find a modification, but don't be afraid to try new things, and don't worry about people judging you. There's always going to be people judging you. And I've learned that it's very easy to compare yourself to other people and to worry about people around you. But if they really care about what they're doing, they shouldn't really be focusing on what you're doing. So focus on what you want to do and what you feel comfortable doing, and progress in a way that works for you is the biggest thing. Okay, next question. What background education do you have in relation to health and fitness? One, like I said, is the gymnastics, so growing up doing that for so many years. Education-wise, grade 12, I started exercise science, and that's what really got me into kinesiology, the athletics, injuries, the way the body moves, all those sort of things, especially anatomy. I really liked anatomy. That kind of triggered me to take kin in university. So I did 4 years undergraduate degree with honors, and then I did a postgrad. So my postgrad program was exercise science and lifestyle management. And it was basically just a continuation of kinesiology, but very practical. So finishing university, I really felt like I didn't know how to do anything practically. I knew how to memorize all the muscles in the body, all the bones in the body, nerve supply, blood supply, muscle action, but I didn't know how to do anything practically or hands-on. So I took this postgrad, and it was only a year. Every single course pretty much was very hands-on. We had the opportunity to do on-campus internships, training, and I also worked at the gym there. I'm basically just doing like customer service, front desk, and then weight room, cardio room supervision. But yeah, so my schooling is basically all health and fitness related. I wrote my kin exam in 2016, and I've been working as a registered kinesiologist ever since. So if you're not really sure what a kinesiologist is or what they do, it's basically the study of human movement. There's a ton of different things that we can do. You can be personal trainer, you can be a health consultant, which is what I'm doing now. You can do rehab. So my main background was rehab since 2016 until just recently, and last December I was working in a clinical setting, so doing a lot of rehab type work. So basically my whole background education wise is health and fitness related. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments below, or you can DM me on Instagram if you prefer. Okay, next question is, why did you start a fitness account? So I don't know, I don't know when I saw it, probably like a bit over 2 years ago. I was like starting to really follow Hannah Oberg. She's a Gymshark athlete, and I've never been one of those girls that like really follows athletes or influencers for different companies. I do now, but I never started out that way. So I guess the reason why I started was because I just felt like, because of my background and because of my knowledge and my experience in sports and in the gym, I just kind of wanted to share it with people. And instead of posting it all on my personal account, I wanted to separate it. So I had thought about it, I talked to my boyfriend about it, I talked to my best friend about it, and both of them were like, yeah, you have to do it, like you're gonna kill it, you're gonna have, you know, so many people like liking your post, blah blah blah. And I really didn't care for it in that sense. I wanted to just kind of put content out that's gonna help maybe guide, motivate, inspire people, whatever it is. But those two people, boyfriend and best friend, are probably the two that really pushed me to do it. So when I started, again, not a ton of structure in my workouts or in my posts. I was just kind of putting stuff out there. Now I try and do it a little bit better, hopefully. And I started my account, like I said, about 2.5 years ago now. If you're not following, you can go follow at KendraJeanFit on Instagram. Thanks. What is your biggest pet peeve about the gym? Okay, probably, I don't know, this is hard. Okay, one of my biggest pet peeves about the gym is people making the most obnoxious noises for absolutely no reason. So let me just tell you a quick story about this. I go to Good Life. The one I go to after work is always super busy. So when I find a spot, I just do what I need to do, get it done, and then move on. So I'm not, you know, hogging a machine for like 2 hours. So I'm on the cable area and there's a lady basically like behind my back kind of thing. And she's doing biceps. She's lifting like a third of my weight, no judgment at all. But she was like absolutely ripped. And she's lifting lighter weight than I am. I'm quiet. I'm not making obnoxious noises. But yeah, she's behind me, grunting and groaning and making all these noises for absolutely no reason. So that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves. But I don't know, I think it would probably be like the expectation of when you're at the gym, like especially now with all the Gymshark and Alphalete and Riderwear, like all these brands that you're supposed to wear the fit together, the sports bra and the leggings. You're supposed to look good. Literally, when I go to the gym, I put on whatever outfit I want to wear. Maybe I'm gonna make it a little matchy-matchy, but probably not. Wear what I feel comfortable, put my hat on, put my AirPods in, and get my workout done. So yeah, anyways, that's probably it. These next two are kind of linked with being in quarantine right now. So the first one is, do I prefer home or gym workouts? 100% gym workouts. I know I said there's a couple pet peeves about being at the gym, but I love the gym. I've always loved the gym. I've never been afraid of the gym. My confidence has really grown in the gym, and it's also made me more confident in my regular life. So the gym has done so much for me. Maybe it's cliche to say that like it changed my life or whatever, but like being active, taking kinesiology, staying active in the gym and really progressing over the years actually has changed my life. It's changed my physique, it's changed my confidence, it's changed my level of health. Being able to inspire other people and provide them with tips and advice and education and things like that. Hopefully that answers that question. But in relation to the second question, somebody asked, what are you doing to stay occupied during quarantine? So I've actually been able to keep busy pretty well, surprisingly. I've been following a Randy Kennedy fitness guide and I'm doing a 12-week challenge with her and a bunch of other girls that are participating. So that's really keeping structure in my workouts at home. Before I started, within the first like 2 to 3 weeks of home workouts, I was kind of just doing whatever I wanted. Again, not really a lot of structure. I was still breaking it up into like legs and glutes, back and buys, chest and triceps, shoulders. I wasn't really doing a ton of cardio. I've been going for a lot of walks, about 4 to 5K on the average. I have a Cricut machine, if you don't know what that is. It's kind of hard to explain and nobody really gets it when I explain it, but it's like this big craft printer basically. It's like little craft do-it-yourself projects, so I've been doing that. I've been reading. I've been really trying to read more just because it keeps my mind active. It helps me go to sleep. Not that I really have much of a problem with that anyways. And then I also walk a dog for a lady. Long story short, I got into it about a year ago. She needs help with walking her dog. He's 5 now, but he's very energetic and he really pulls her. So what I do is I walk him 2 to 3 days a week. His name is Bo and I absolutely love him. I would steal him if I could, but I know he's her whole world. But yeah, so that's another variation of me going out for walks, but I also get my dog fix and I get to help her out as well. Other than that, just trying to stay healthy, that good stuff. Next question is, what are your favorite products you couldn't go a day without? My mascara is number 1. I love having mascara on. I feel like I look like a little boy without it. I could literally wear nothing else on my face and be satisfied. This camera is like really good, so you can probably still see my imperfection. But now recently that my skin is clear because of diet changes, I feel like I could be good with just mascara, and that's it. Fitness wise, okay, let's say my booty band, because you can literally do a fire workout and have your glutes be burning for 3 days later and not be able to walk up your stairs or sit on your toilet. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm not one of those girls that like drinks a protein shake every day. I use my protein in my smoothies, maybe my overnight oats. I think fitness like supplement wise, I would probably say my BCAAs, just because it helps my water taste good. But I'm not a big water drinker, and I'm really trying. One, for digestion, my health, my skin, all that. Used to use a lot of Crystal Light, a lot of Mio, like water enhancer. Tried to stay away from them because it's probably full of chemicals and bad things that aren't good for you to drink like 6 times a day. So my amino acids, I love the ones from Women's Best. Their flavors are really good, and I'll talk about supplements in another video, but I don't know, I just really like the flavors and it helps like spice up my water. Okay, a few more questions and then we're done. What is my favorite workout or workouts? Leg day, glute day, leg day, glute day, any day. I love leg day. I could do leg day every day, and I can train legs for like 2 hours, sometimes, not all the time, but I love training lower body. Absolutely love it. My boyfriend thinks I'm insane. He doesn't like leg day that much. He still does it, but he complains. Shout out to you, babe. Yeah, leg day, number 1. Number 2, I don't know. Now that I've like really changed my workouts at the gym, it's probably gonna be back and biceps. Number 2, now I feel really strong with back day. There's still certain exercises that, you know, I find challenging. I can only do like 10 or 12 pounds with. That's totally fine because I've got that variation in my workouts and with my weights and stuff like that. So definitely leg day, number 1, and then I would say back and biceps, which has really changed over the last 2 years. Okay, second last question. These are kind of random and they just popped up on my question box on Instagram before I filmed this video. And I don't know if it was a robot or somebody legit, but like I'm gonna answer it anyways. If you had all the money in the world, what would you buy? Okay, so right now in my life, number 1 would be a house because my boyfriend and I are really trying to save for a house. Number 2 is a new car. So I have a couple options, but definitely a new car. And then a dog, absolutely a dog. I want a dog so bad, but I feel like with the job that I work, I'm commuting an hour to an hour and a half. I'm working 8 hours. I want to go to the gym after for like an hour and a half. So that would leave the puppy alone for a long time. And I'm still at home with my parents. Yeah, so when my boyfriend and I get a house, we're definitely gonna get a dog, and that's gonna be so much fun. But if I had like all the money in the world, I would probably buy like really good gym equipment and as many gym outfits as I wanted, because your girl tries to keep her bank account at a good level, especially with trying to save for a house. So yeah, that would be what I would buy, I guess. And maybe vacations. Okay, I have to add vacations because I love to travel and I really want to go to Africa and I really want to do all these things and see all these animals. But anyways, yeah, that's it. Okay, last question. What's your favorite drink? I don't really know if this is related to like fitness or just in general, but if I'm thinking like gym wise, I would have to say my amino acids in either the Women's Best Fruit Fusion. It legit smells like Fun Dip when you open the container, or the iced tea peach. It's really good. If I'm just saying like generally, I would have to say root beer, and it's so bad because like I want a root beer all the time, especially after I drink. I just want that carbonation. But shout out to my parents for getting me a Soda Stream for Christmas. I use it all the time and I got the root beer flavor, so it's literally just carbonated water and a little bit of root beer flavoring, and it tastes almost the same. But yeah, that would be my favorite drink, I guess. So that concludes my question and answer video. I know it was all over the place, but you know what? That's the questions that I got, so that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I don't really know how to do outros yet. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You should know the drill, I guess. But yeah, and again, you can follow me on Instagram at KendraJeanFit. And yeah, I guess that's it. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.